Aolwatuka. Oh, once upon a time, long time ago, there was a hunter who went to the forest to check on his traps. When he reached the forest, he found a skull on the ground. So he was just there having his own self-conscious, like, oh, it's a skull. What might have killed this cow? He was thinking of this while he was kicking it. Oh, what killed you? What killed you, skull? What killed you? All of a sudden, the skull spoke. It's like the skull was like, I also didn't know. It was athlete problems, but I found myself here as well, and here I am. I'm dead. This guy was called Kasuko. Kasuko was like, okay, you were talking skull? The skull said, yes, I do speak. You see, you can be my friend, and we can keep this conversation going, And even if you go back to your village and you get bored, spare some time always, and you come and we have a chat. So this Kasuko guy kept on having a conversation with the skull. After the time came, Kasuko went back home. When he reached home, he never kept quiet about this secret. And remember, they had agreed with the skull not to tell anyone. Once he got back home, not to tell anyone. But when Kasuko reached home, of course he told people. He was like, guess what? When I went to check on my traps, I found a talking skull. People were like, no, that's a lie. We don't believe you. So, Kasuko was like, yes, it's a fact. I found a talking skull. You know how rumors spread. Rumors spread all over the village, and boom, the king now got to know about this rumor that Kasuko had gone to check on his traps. Then he came across a talking skull. Those days, people didn't want lying people. People hated lies. So the king said, really? A talking skull? So they summoned Kasuko to come in the palace to explain this to the king. So when Kasuko came to the palace, the king asked him, Kasuko, I heard that when you went to check on your traps, you came across a talking skull. Could you please explain this to me? Kasuko said, yes, when I went to check on my traps, I found a talking skull, and we actually had a conversation. The king told Kasuko, look, if we go to the bushes, if we go to this forest, and we find this talking skull, you get the riches, all the riches that you desire. But if we go to the forest, and we don't find this talking skull, you lose your life. My men will kill you. Kasuko said, yeah, I'll take you. It's fine, I'll take you. I know what I saw. So the king gathered his men, like the trustworthy men, and told them to go with Kasuko to the forest where he had seen this talking skull. When they reached the forest, they met the skull. They found the skull where it was. So the guards told Kasuko, okay, now start communicating to your skull. So Kasuko started, oh, skull, it's me, your friend. You promised that I will never get bored. I come back for a chat. Here I am again. The skull never responded. Kasuko didn't give up. He was like, skull, it's your friend, Kasuko. I'm here again. Please, let's have a conversation. The skull never said a thing. So while he was trying to make conversation with the skull, the guards were thinking, okay, I think Kasuko was lying to us all the time, because he's made several attempts to make the skull speak, but nothing has come out of the skull so far. Kasuko really pledged and pleaded for the skull to speak. The skull never said a thing. So after 40 minutes or half an hour, the guards, they already had orders that if Kasuko didn't make the skull speak, they would kill him. And boom, then Kasuko lost his life. They killed Kasuko because then they thought Kasuko was telling them lies all along. And after they killed Kasuko, some few men were in front walking back to the palace, and the two men who stayed behind, before they could disappear, the skull spoke to them. The skull was like, hey, you gentlemen, Kasuko was my friend. And I remember I told Kasuko never to disclose our secret to anyone. And I told Kasuko that his words will put him into trouble. And here he is, a dead person, a dead man. However, also you guys go and tell the villagers, or the village, go tell everyone that the skull has spoken. Now, these two security guards, they looked on each other and they said, I'm not saying that. I'm not telling the village that I saw a speaking skull, because they had seen what had happened to Kasuko, because they had killed Kasuko in doubt that the skull had spoken. And the same thing had happened to them. The skull had spoken to them. These two security guards, they just walked off. So what's the story here, or what's something to learn from this story? It's not that everything you hear or see you have to tell people. Some things have to be secrets. You have to keep secret sometimes and not tell people, you know. So as we say in Luganda, nange awo wenalabira.